Todd, you're welcome to join us.
The Evening Edge with Todd Holst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him now at Evening Edge Todd.
Often irreverent, seriously funny.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8, every Sunday night, 7 to 9. So here's my idea for the RTA. You ever pull up next to an RTA bus, you'll see that it's typically, at least my experience, it's mostly empty. Well, here's an idea that maybe they could steal from a travel company in Hong Kong. It's called the Sleeping Bus Tour. And the first one took place Saturday or two ago, and it sold out entirely. And here's the way they spin this. This is directed at commuters who are having trouble relaxing or sleeping during these stressful, crazy times. Now, I know as a kid, when I was very, very young, my mom told me about this, that if I was cranky at night, often she would throw me in the back of the car, and she and my dad would go on a little drive. And it would put me to sleep. And I'm still that way. If my wife and I are on a long trip, and she's driving, it doesn't even have to be a long trip. It could be to the mall. I start to doze off. And many parents out there, you know what I'm talking about. Your kids are probably the same way. Maybe your spouse is that way. Something about the moving car, the ambiance, the hum, puts you to sleep. And this travel company in Hong Kong, it's a 47-mile, 5-hour ride on a double-decker bus around Hong Kong. They charge, tickets are between $13 and $51 per person, depending on whether they choose seats on the upper or lower deck. Plus, they get a goodie bag, which includes an eye mask and earplugs. So I was thinking, you know, we're all under a lot of stress, and some people do struggle with trying to get some sleep. They struggle with relaxing. And maybe a nice, calm ride on an RTA bus is what you need to rejuvenate yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you go down to the bus stop and you just get on a normal bus, because, you know, you don't want to be falling asleep on a bus, right? You wake up and all your stuff's gone. It happens. And I'm not talking about any specific thing that I've heard on RTA, but that happens all over the place, right? But one bus specifically dedicated for snoozing that you could buy tickets for. Maybe when you get on, you get like a goodie bag, or maybe like milk and cookies or something, some slippers, a blankie. That would be nice. And they could play some nice, gentle music, drive you around town, and the hum of the bus would lull you to sleep, and maybe you could get some rest for once. This, to me, seems like a good idea. Because, as we mentioned earlier, a month or two ago, RTA announced they were cutting back on some routes. Because shortage of bus drivers, not enough people riding the bus. This is a way to get more people to ride the bus. And Dayton has like a big loop. You go 35, 75, 675, up to 70. I mean, think about it. A nice, big, long loop. And you could call it, and I thought about this a lot, the name of it could be the RTA Dozing Around Dayton. I mean, that's got a nice ring to it. Don't you think? I mean, this is an idea that I think should be explored. Just a thought.
I just want to say that this is the best. It's not political. It's awesome.
You cover everything. You keep everyone's interest. Like, if you were a class, I would take it.
The Evening Eds with Todd Host. Often irreverent, seriously funny.